Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for another episode of my Create This Book series where I fill out one page in my Create This Book 1, one page in my Create This Book 2, and one page in my Create This Book 3. And as a reminder, these three books were written and created by Mariah Elizabeth. If you want to buy your own copy, you can find it on Amazon. The link is always in the description of all of my videos. These three pages are the three pages I'm doing for today: the create color combinations page and Create This Book 1, and Create This Book 2, the create whatever page, and in Create This Book 3 I am doing the create a national holiday page. I was really excited to work on these three pages, and I did a lot of thinking beforehand before I sat down to actually write and work on it, which I normally don't plan too far ahead when I do these videos. Usually I like to just sit down and get started. But for this one, I decided to bring out my new gouache paint sets. If you were here with me last week, you saw I used these and tested them out for the first time. As you can see, they're numbered. And so I got this app, which was like a spinning wheel app to randomize the numbers to help me choose the color combinations. So I just drew up a really quick and messy grid, and with the app, it was just a random app that I found. I put in the 20 numbers and I just started spinning the wheel so it would pick out the different colors. So I did 5 sets of 2 for different colors, and if it ever did the 2 same colors, I just re-spinned it. And once I had all of my numbers, I started inputting the colors, obviously. And then I put the 2 colors, and then on the right side I tried my best to blend the colors and mix them together. And then once that was all dry, I sat down and wrote, I guess, my reflections or just my thoughts on it. The page tells you to write down any observations and take note of your favorite color combinations. I mostly just did the observations because I wouldn't really say I had an overall favorite with these colors. The first one was just a yellow and a green mixed together, which just made it more of a yellowish green. The second one was a really nice aqua blue with grayish, which just kind of turned it into more of just a regular gray color. The third one was this peachy orangey cream color and this coral reddish color, and kind of just made it into a pastel red or pastel orange kind of color, which was nice. But then the 2 blues obviously just kind of made an in-between blue. The last one was the hardest to blend together. As you can see, it wasn't really working. But these are my color combinations. I don't particularly love any of them. If I had to choose a favorite, I would pick the blue, but it's all pretty basic. But moving into my Create This Book 2, I'm going to be working on the Create Whatever page. And this page has kind of a sneak peek for hopefully my next week's video. I have these 6 literal box figures. I'm not 1000% sure what they're from, but as you can see, they are duplicates of each other. I have 3 of these sharks and 3 of these dogs, I think is what it's supposed to be. And with these 6 colors of the same gouache paint that I used for the first page, I drew up little squares and did one in each of the colors to do a pastel rainbow, because next week I'm hoping, if all things go to plan, to have this video out. I'm hoping to give a mini makeover to those 6 duplicate box toy figurine things. And so for this Create This Book page where it says create whatever, I am basically creating a mock-up or a sketch of what I'm planning to do with the faces of all 6 of them. So this is a little quick spoiler or sneak peek of my next project. Honestly, when I sat down to do this, although it was so open-ended, which in theory should have made it this easier, I found it really hard to decide what to actually do. And so I decided to take this time to kind of plan ahead and sketch out and plan out my next video. Once I did 2 layers of that gouache paint, I used my Posca markers to draw on the faces, which was a bit of a struggle, I'm not gonna lie, since gouache is activated by water and these Posca paint pens are acrylic paint, which is water based. It kept like wanting to reactivate the paints, and as you can see, the black marker exploded onto the green box, and so that was a mess I had to clean up. But basically my idea for these 6 figurines is, one, obviously it's a rainbow set, but 2, to make them all have like different facial expressions with different emotions. So there's like a happy one, a sad one, a relaxed one, an angry one, a like sleepy one, a like blushing in love one. It's a very simple design, but I'm honestly very excited for how it turns out. Obviously the colors aren't going to be exact because I'm going to be using acrylic paint. But anyway, moving on to the final page for today in my Create This Book 3. It's the Create a National Holiday page. For me, this was like a no-brainer. As soon as I saw it, I knew right away if I were to name a national holiday, it would be a sleep and napping day, where everyone is off of work and school and all you do is sleep and nap and relax. And so I wrote up those rules and I drew a little quick sketch of like a little bunny that kind of looks like a dog taking a nap. And I found this like stamp set at Ollie's, the color, like the ink boxes. I found it at Ollie's. And then at Dollar Tree, I found these little stamps. So I chose my favorite, which was this little rose, and kind of went crazy stamping it next to my signature just to make it official. I kind of went a little crazy with the stamps. It was my first time using it, and I got a little too excited. And then to fill in or color in the little sketch that I drew of the little bunny sleeping or taking a nap, I just used my Crayola twistable colored pencils. I've really fallen in love with these. Obviously, they're not like artist grade quality, they're Crayola quality, but the fact that they don't break as easily and they don't need to be sharpened is just like a major plus for me. And I just did like simple color for the pillows, the blanket, the bunny itself, and like a nice little cream color. And for the background, I just, with some watercolor, quickly did a quick little gray background. And this is how the final page turned out. It was very simple, but it felt like it took me a very long time. But I'm happy with it because if I could make a holiday, it would definitely be a sleeping holiday because I love to sleep. But this is how the 3 pages turned out. I had a lot of fun, like always, working in my Create This books. It's always a great, relaxing time. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye!